Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera on the video, where we're going to be taking a look at Sice, who is going to be getting a very tiny rework and her brand new FR weapon. Not only that, but we also have the twins, who are going to be getting a rework and their force enhancements. And we're going to go over why Sice is not a bad character to actually pick up for her off-turn shenanigans, but there is some things that should be mentioned in case you are considering pulling for her FR, but we'll go over all of that in this video. So let me know what your plans are going to be down in the comment section below. If you're going to be pulling for Sice, the twins, or Eight, who is the other character in this banner, let me know what your plans are going to be in the comment section. And of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. A big thank you to all of my YouTube members for further supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys greatly. And if you ever thought about becoming a member and further supporting the channel, you can either click the first link in the description below or hit the join button below for details on how to become a member. And a shout out to Fate, Angler, M, Ryan, E-Daddy 506 for the continuous support. Let's continue on to the video. So Sice's rework is only going to be for her LD, which overall gains more Brave potency and extends the Tenacious Vortex debuff to 15 turns. Her overhead adds the following based on level. So it adds a stolen max Brave overflow up 10%, 20%, 30%, adds Brave damage up 40%, 50%, or 60%, and adds HP damage up starting off at 20%, 30%, and 40%. That's pretty much it for her rework. Now, when it comes to her FR, with Pain as her partner, Sice's FR deals a 6-hit AoE Dark Melee Brave plus an AoE HP attack 3 times that deals split HP damage and delays the target by 3 turns. While active and dealing Elemental Weakness Brave damage, the party gains a 50% HP damage up and a HP damage cap up. Now her FR conditions are as follows: a 5% increase whenever the party uses a Dark ability, and this also includes off-turn damage, and a 40% increase whenever a turn passes with a teammate having a stack buff or overhead. Now with the twins, their rework to their skill 1 gains 2 uses, and now deals a Thunder Earth Magic AoE HP attack 4 times. The Plus version deals 1 more Brave attack, totaling 5. The skill 2 deals an Ice Water Magic AoE HP attack 4 times. The Plus version deals 1 more Brave attack, totaling 5. Their EX ability now deals an AoE Fire Magic HP attack 5 times that grants free ability use on the following turn, and then their LD ability just gains more Brave potency. So let's talk about whether or not you should pull on the upcoming Sice banners. So let's talk about the side units real quick. 8, Evasion unit, and a pretty good one at that. He has double counters that ignores defense, which is great because that's going to be more Brave damage that he's going to be doing in between the HP attacks that he has, which one counter has 1 HP attack and the other one has 2. And overall though, he is great for off-turn setup, so if you love that off-turn damage, especially if, let's say for example, you have or you decided to pull for Rydia's FR, then 8 would actually be a very good pairing with Rydia because of the fact that he evades and he's going to counter. He's going to take advantage of the fact that while you are evading attacks, you are increasing the force gauge for Rydia. So I mean, like overall, like he is actually a really good pairing for Rydia, or if not other off-turn setups as well. So overall, really good off-turn character in my opinion, and that evasion that he has it just makes it so much better. With the twins, great AoE damage. They were like huge, like when they first got their BT plus and everything on global, like they were huge for their AoE damage. Like going up against 3 enemies, like you will get the maximum damage output that you can get out of them when it comes to like the LD, especially like the LD, so long as you're going up against multiple enemies, will trigger twice, so that is 8 HP attacks in total that you can get out of them. And then the BT effect, the more enemies, the better the effect it is that will be granting to the party. So yeah, they were some strong AoE characters to use, but most of the time people were using the LD ability to shave off a good amount of HP. They do have multiple elements, and I feel like this needs to be said, especially when it comes to like certain Shinryu fights, which I know we're not in the Elemental Lockout like Shinryu Saga anymore, but like, you know, just for specific fights that might be a little bit picky with certain elements in the future, if there is one. I can't remember any right now, but just in case. I do want to mention the fact that they do have multiple elements built in within their kits. They do suffer against single target fights, so you do not want to bring them to those specific type of fights because they are not going to help you out whatsoever. So overall, in my opinion, I would say you could probably hold off on the twins because later down the line they are going to be getting an FR. They are going to get a BT rework as well. So if you thought about maybe holding off until then, I would probably recommend that you do so, unless you want some strong AoE damage. And the twins are a pretty good option to consider. And finally, we'll take a look at Sice. So Sice, with that trap debuff that triggers every field action, which is great, especially with now that she is going to get that rework, which extends that trap debuff to 15 turns, means that that's just going to be additional damage that you're going to be dealing. And if you have a force gauge active, then that means that you will be getting the consistent 5% increase every single time that it triggers. So for it to be extended to 15 turns is great. She has the ability to delay, and she is also able to evade attacks so long as you have her evasion buff active. One thing to note though is that if you are planning to pair Sice up and use her FR ability with other off-turn characters, because let's be real, you're going to be using off-turn setups when it comes to Sice, because like you want to get that consistent amount or that 5% increase per off-turn damage that you are going to be dealing, and you want to make sure that you get the most out of it. So more than likely you're going to be pairing her up with off-turn damage dealers, or maybe even a second off-turn damage dealer and a support. But in general though, if you are going to be using her FR, you need to have Xande's LD call ability. Now, obviously, you can use characters on your team that is able to provide party-wide Dark Enchant, but again, let's be honest here, like you are more than likely not going to be doing that. So you need to make sure that you have Xande's LD call ability if you are going to use her. If you do not have it, like I said, like there's the option of bringing a character, like take example Shantoro with a BT effect, is able to provide party-wide Dark Enchant, but like, is that something that you really are going to be doing? I would probably not recommend that you do so. So if you do not have it, I would say you should probably not consider pulling for her FR unless you are a big fan of Sice and you just want to get her FR just because you love Sice, right? So yeah, if you don't have Xande's LD call ability, then I would say hold off on it if you are debating whether you should pull for Sice or not, because it is definitely a key component to have. She is good for the off-turn setup, so let's say if you're not going to be using her FR, with her debuff being extended to 15 turns, she's going to be great if you are going to be pairing her up with other off-turn damage dealers, or if you're going to be relying on somebody else's FR, then that trap debuff will help out to increase said characters' force or the HP damage bonus percentage with on their force ability, or while their force ability is active, excuse me. And then the last one, I mean, should I even say it? It's Sice. Sice looks awesome. Sice looks badass, and she wields a freaking scythe. I mean, what else can I say about it? But in all seriousness though, like I said, if you don't have Xande's LD call ability, I would say hold off on pulling for it. If you do, and if you want to have yourself a pretty good character with some with not bad damage output, especially with the traps, because depending on like what fight that you're going up against, like you could potentially get that HP damage bonus pretty high. And once again, she is able to solo her upcoming Lost chapter, just like she was able to solo her event when it first came out. So like, if anything, like if you want to have yourself a good character, a fun character at that, but a character that's not really necessary, then Sice is a pretty good option to either pick up or to pass up on until a later date. Hopefully, whenever she gets her BT, they would consider, which I feel like they probably would. Hopefully, they'll consider giving the BT, or to include in the BT effect, party-wide Dark Enchant, so that way you ain't got to worry about having Xande's LB call ability. So, yeah, guys, other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And of course, if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And a big thank you to all of my YouTube members for the continuous support. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.